Ciao everyone, welcome back to Tutto Calcio episode 7, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, guys, before we get into it, before I introduce the panel, make sure to subscribe to all the channels. And I'm going to be putting, of course, the new member will shout out his channel as well. So make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel as well. And yeah, let me introduce the panel. Of course, you guys know we have Francesco, we got Dom, and we have Nick. Those are the original guys. We have the Napoli fan here. We got the Lazio fan, we got the Milan fan, and we got two new guests on the panel today. We got Alex as the Interista here, and we have Didi as the Juventina. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. No problem. And of course, we got people in the chat already. Sean, this guy says, I have a very important question. Why are Sandro and Nick so handsome? Guys,
I style myself personally after Sean, so it's all him.
That's it, man. Following your lead.
RB Comps as well, a Juventus fan as well in here. Saying to
RB.
That's my friend.
Yep.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. RB.
Maybe the smartest Juve fan I know. I mean, many are saying.
Dang. We got.
Yeah, man. Why you gotta be dragging Gio like that, bro?
Dang,
Come on,
bro.
man.
That's crazy.
I gotta call it like I say.
This guy. Ever since on Tuesday, this guy's been grilling me, man, on everything. But yeah. So guys, let's talk about the juicy topics. I mean, we were talking about it before on backstage about what should we talk about. Let's leave international break aside for a second and let's go to Inter. New coach. I know, Alex. Tell me what's going on with this coaching situation, man. Since you're the Interista on the panel, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I guess without getting into every detail imaginable, because a lot's been going on. The 30,000-foot view here is there was a flirtation with Inzaghi and Al Hilal that I guess was much further along than maybe management, Beppe and Piero had anticipated. So, few days after the Champions League final, they have a summit. Inzaghi lets them know that he's accepted Al Hilal's offer. So he's off to Saudi Arabia, and things look like they're scrambling. A lot of names get thrown out, but the number one that they zeroed in on that everyone was reporting was Fabregas from Como. Auxilio, one of our directors, flies to London to have dinner with Cesc. But ultimately, given his contract situation, they needed approval from Como to, I guess, engage and continue those talks forward. Como's owner came out very firmly denying Inter's request. So they quickly pivoted to a player who has won every honor you can win with Inter, a treble winner in Christian Kivu. As most Serie A fans will remember, helped Parma get to safety and out of the relegation zone in the last 13 matches. Took over with 13 matches left. Didn't do a lot of winning. Had 7 draws in there, only 3 wins, but some good wins under his belt. Beat Atalanta, beat Bologna in his very first game. Obviously, drew Conte, which is a good little feather in his cap. But essentially what Inter did here is they went with the cheap option. They're saving about 50 million euros just on staff. A young manager that doesn't have to change formation. He played the 3-5-2 with Parma. So that's who we're going with. Christian Kivu tomorrow will be signing on as the new Inter manager.
Yeah, wow. I mean, that was a pretty good analysis, Alex. I'm not going to lie. But listen. I know that this guy, Kivu, has been, I believe, in Inzaghi's management field, right? In terms of the team, right? He's an assistant, I think, manager, right?
No, so Kivu managed Inter's Primavera for a year. He ended up winning the Scudetto with the Primavera team. But obviously there is synergy there. International breaks when the players stay after, the squads get combined. So he has spoken very highly of Inzaghi's work, and obviously also plays the same formation at least.
Wow. No, I mean, I feel like with this signing, he could. It's 50-50 for me, because the thing is with Inter, right? You're coming out of that slump with the end of the Inzaghi era. But I feel like with Kivu, since he's kind of knows what Inzaghi's system is, maybe he could play in a similar style, but just like create as like his own and do something. Or it could be the opposite, bring them to like a quote unquote banter era that everybody's been saying, right?
Right.
Which
Yeah.
it's not the
There's
case, but
yeah, there's a lot of different angles to this. I think, one of the biggest ones is that Interisti, in the Inter Twitterverse, they're definitely coming around, although there was some initial devastation. They're coming around to the fact that this team needed a new voice after, frankly, what's been a devastating few weeks for the club after being so high in recent times, especially this season, almost going all the way and, in multiple competitions. So they bought into the new voice, but the thing that is really holding Interisti back is that this isn't, a Mourinho or a Mancini, a manager who you feel confident, like get me in the top 4 and get me through the group stage of the Champions League. That's what Italian clubs need in order to continue to compete. You're going with the inexperienced option. So I think a lot of people are nervous. I don't think they should be going at Kivu. It's not his fault. He was offered the dream job. What is he supposed to do?
So sorry to cut you off. Is that what you're saying the goal is for next season then, to make top 4?
I don't think that they would declare the objective as winning the Scudetto and go with a hire like Christian Kivu. Given the state of Serie A financially, in order to even dream about competing in Europe, you need that Champions League money. You need to get in, and you need to get past the group stage. That'll get enough money comes in past those eight games from the media rights, from the prize money for winning those games and getting into the round of 16. So, that's really how you survive in Europe as an Italian club.
Yeah.
Dude, you said something interesting, and it was like, almost wanted to like it to the hiring of Motta. It's like that kind, and not from a style perspective, not from, I'm not trying to make comparisons, but just the type of hire. It's you lower your expectations a little bit because he's not the proven name that everybody's calling after, right? And you mentioned some guys, Mourinho. Like, okay, what's Mourinho going to bring his second time around? What's Lazio doing again second time around with Sadi? What are some of these guys doing? We recycle coaches, right? Day in and day out in this league. It happens to every team at some point or another. I can respect this decision, whether it works out for you guys or not. I can respect the decision to try something new. Just like when Juve hired Motta. I mean, listen, we gave him a lot of shit. It ultimately didn't work out, but they also didn't give him a year. They didn't give him 2 years. How much worse could he have done? So how bad can Kivu really be? I'm willing to say it's not a terrible thing that you guys took a chance on him. Ultimately, I love Inzaghi to death. He has a ceiling as a manager. He has his flaws. He's never improved on those flaws. You got to get your team ready to play in these finals, and the players have to show up too, right? It can't all be on him. Sometimes a new cycle is needed. You guys weren't going to magically win the Champions League keeping Inzaghi next year. That's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I think you're a man after my own heart with the optimism. I get constantly called the glass half full guy on Twitter, but I'm also optimistic about the hire. The biggest thing is, like, if things don't go well and probably, by December, if we're not in those top 4 places, then things are going to get precarious for this management because we've felt a lot of success in recent years. It's been a pretty decent 4 years with Inzaghi, so it's hard to in your brain organically be on board with taking a step back, even though maybe a rebuild is really what they're trying to do as they look to Oak Tree ultimately looks to get the club sold.
I mean, for me, it kind of reminds me of the similar situation that last year Milan had. They had Pioli for a while. He won them the Scudetto, got them in the Champions League qualifications consistently. We just don't know if Kivu could be a success or if this could be like another Fonseca situation where he's anticipated to be, smooth sailing coming into the club and excel the team as best as possible. But ultimately he failed. So it's like a 50-50 situation. He's an Inter legend. He's got a name for himself with a different Inter. But it's also that question of, will it be a similar situation like how it was with Milan for Fonseca? So I guess we'll never know. We'll find out. It depends on what players you guys keep or what players you guys sell. Because I know you got a few players that you've already bought so far, right?
Yeah, so Peter Sucic, Croatian midfielder in, Luis Enrique, a right wing back or left wing back from Marseille is also in. But I think Dom also can really sort of sympathize with what Interisti are going through as well, because when we talk about going from the highest of highs to incredible uncertainty, what epitomizes that more than going from winning a Scudetto with Spalletti to, you know, Rudy Garcia, Calzona, like a number of different options.
That was crazy.
I could almost relate, but the only difference is that we won the Scudetto before our downfall. So
I'm talking about I'm talking about a period of success. Okay, a period of success.
So this is my take, right? This is my take. Are the players, like your key players, your solid players, the players that you established a foundation on, are they gonna buy in? Are they gonna buy into the new coach change? Because that's huge. Like our big problem was the players didn't buy into to Garcia. They didn't buy into Rudy Garcia. There's a lot of drama on the field. You know, same thing happened with Milan and Fonseca. I mean, if the players are not buying into the system, that's going to be a huge problem for you guys. But if the players buy in, and they stick with the project, right? No issues, no drama. Which right now they're like kind of weird. They're acting weird. A lot of these players are acting weird right now, especially after that 5-0 beatdown. So, like, how are these players going to react? We'll see in the Club World Cup. At least you'll get to see a preview of like how things are gonna go, and you don't have to wait till August. You know what I'm saying? So, I think if the players buy in, this guy is well known in Serie A. It's not like you guys hired a Fonseca outside the league or a Rudy Garcia that hasn't coached Serie A since like forever. The guy is well seasoned in Serie A. So I'm with the rest of the panel. It's a 50-50, but to me, the key element is if the players buy in. Players buy in, I think we'll be fine.
Someone had mentioned something to me on Twitter today. I'm sorry, I forget exactly who it was, but they said, how can these players respect the coach when they saw him, you know, picking up cones for the Primavera not too long ago? And basically, my retort there is that this isn't a guy who was picking up cones with the Primavera. I understand the point, but what he really is a player who achieved the highest success in the club's history, number one. Number two, came back from a devastating injury. A head injury, like fractured skull. He suffered paralysis on the left side of his body. He came back to lock up Messi against Barcelona. He's not that kind of guy. This is not a weak personality.
That's a wild
kind
take.
of person.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody to say that's a wild take. I want the coach that's going to pick up the fucking cones. If that's what he needs to do, that's what he needs to do. We've let these players, Dom hit the nail on the head. Somewhere along the line, I don't know if it's social media, I don't know what it is. These players think they're fucking hot shit. They think they're better than they are. Yep. That's how you start losing games. That's how you start losing teams.
Look at Leao over in Milan right now.
I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to say it.
Don't even get me started with Leao, bro.
I mean, we have our own clown, Victor Osimhen, acting like a clown on social media. I mean, it's just the new era. This is not the 90s or the early 2000s where social media wasn't such an influence. These players just get sucked into social media like the rest of us have. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the personalities on that team, I'm not really seeing a problem. I don't see any prima donnas on that team. You know what I mean? Does a prima donna stand out at Inter for you guys? Alex, do you see that there will be a player or two that would probably give an issue with this new project?
I don't think that's a personality trait that's within this group. The biggest thing is that there's not a lack of trying and there's not a lack of effort that comes from this group. But if you think about what we've been competing for the past several years, there is a level of exhaustion that does exist within this group. You can see Lautaro go missing for a long time, and that man has played every competition. We're talking about throughout the summer, throughout the year. The same thing with Barella, where you just see like the form starts to dip, but you know what the quality is, and you're trying to wrap your head around these players that, I mean, they do give their all and they want it, but they've been playing a lot. And you know, the other part of this is like, okay, new voice in the room, new manager, sure, but it's also time to get some new blood as far as the players are concerned. Like let's push these guys.
You guys need to get younger too. You guys are like
definitely
still the oldest squad in the league.
They're the oldest squad. Yeah, they're the oldest squad in the league. Yeah, man.
Serie A as a whole, like, you know, we can pivot over to Milan shortly with, you know, Modric potentially coming in. I thought they were looking at Granit Xhaka as well. These are older players. The league as a whole, when you get to Europe, you need a level of athleticism. You need a level of energy that these players are good, and they have the experience to come up against an Allegri that has a 1-0 lead over you in the 80th minute. And Modric is the kind of guy you want on the pitch to sort of figure things out. But the fact of the matter is, you play a Feyenoord or PSV, and these kids are all 23 and they're running 80 miles an hour down the wing. It's like, okay, maybe we need a kid or two in here that can keep up.
100% spot on, dude. That's why you saw PSG win this whole shit. That's why you saw all the English teams go super far in the competition. Won a Europa League, won a Conference League. You're spot on. 100%. And Inter has a coach that starts rotating that midfield. They're going to love the coach. Doesn't matter who it is, bro. These guys need rest. You're so spot on.
Yeah, no. What do you think, Alex? What do you think about the players? Do you think who should leave in your opinion? Because I know there's a lot of speculation about this whole, you know, player situation. You know, a lot of the fans are blaming a lot of the players that happen, especially with the, you know, with the final, right? Is Lautaro going to leave? Is, you know, Thuram, right? There's a lot of speculation about even Çalhanoğlu as well, you know?
Yeah, I think at this point in time, it's keep the core intact, which is Lautaro, Barella, Bastoni. You know, Dumfries, I think people have fallen in love with. I wouldn't consider Di Marco like that anymore, because I think he's been sort of exposed for some of his shortcomings. But the opportunities, Thuram, they're going to work on getting that release clause out of his contract, so that, you know, it's only at 85 million right now, and you know, anybody could pay that across Europe these days. So it's not, I mean, Aston Villa could throw us 85 mil, and then all of a sudden you don't have a choice. So they're working on getting that removed. But I think as far as names to watch for that could really be on the move, Davide Fratesi, who has made a big impact on the team, but has not received a lot of play time. We know Napoli is interested. We know this is a player of high value. They're going to look to get at least 45 million for him. The other is Jan Bisek, which would hurt. He's made some critical errors this year, but he is 23 years old. He has the potential to be one of the very premier center backs in all of Europe, at least from an athletic standpoint. And he does things that no one else in the team do. But the fact of the matter is that these teams that are interested in the Premier League, they're going to throw 35, 45 mil at Inter. And when you sign him for around 7 mil, those capital gains for Italian clubs are hard to pass. So I would look at those two as players that, if you're looking to add a little bit more to your transfer market, you would offload those two.
How about the rumors about Bastoni and Inzaghi? Inzaghi trying to get Bastoni to go over there with Saudi with him. What do you think? Do you think those rumors are heavy, or you think they're just made up?
I cannot see that being the case. I just really can't see Bastoni. He's at a place in his career where there's a lot of consensus in the Italian community that this is the best center back in the world. You started to see, you know, across just the football community, you know, as a whole, the starting to give his flowers. It's not the right time to go to Saudi. And I think the other thing with Saudi is, like, so far to date, all these players that have secured the bag and went over there, they've faded into irrelevancy. No one can tell me what kind of season SMS had. No one can tell me what kind of season these guys that go, like John Duran. I've seen highlights, he scored goals, but who gives?
But you know what? The money,
generational money.
The money.
You know, Inzaghi right now, that guy for 2 years, all that money. I mean, I don't know Bastoni though, because Like it comes down to, is he going to be tempted by the money? That would be,
Listen.
because he has no reason to leave Inter, and if he does, it would be because of the money. There's no other reason.
So Alex, you're doing the interviews podcast right now, right? You guys are hitting your stride. You're in your prime. You love what you're doing. You're making $5 an episode.
What is Tutto Calcio offering me?
No.
Let's hear it.
Tutto
Let's
Calcio
hear it.
ever. Saudi
Let's hear
Calcio
it.
offers you, hey man, you're making $5 an episode. You're young in the game. I'm gonna give you $5,000 an episode. Do as many episodes a year as you want. You're gonna come over, but you can never go back to interviews. You gonna do it?
No, I get the appeal. And I got a wedding to pay for. So you put me in a spot here. I hope my fiance is not listening, but no, I get the appeal. I completely do. Listen, I think everyone on this panel can agree, whether you are, an Inter fan or an Inter hater, nobody wants to see Bastoni go to Saudi. I mean, it's just, if you love the game and you love Serie A, it's like, it looks like we're about to lose Leao. It's the stars in this league are
half the time Leao is not even on the field, bro. It's like he's on La La Land, so I'm not gonna miss him. The guy's a bum.
It's Serie A could be losing some stars, and I think it would be tough to watch Bastoni go. But I have bias. I definitely have some bias.
Pray to God that guy leaves, man. I pray to God, bro.
Yeah,
So
Francesco values him, man.
So let's talk about some Milan news.
Milan wants Vlahovic reporting. You know what I'm saying? Kids, they want the whole gang back together. Here we go, right, Francesco? Here we go, right?
Here we go. Where'd you hear this? Where'd you hear this?
Listen, bro, it's not just me, bro. You could even ask your cousin Nino over there. You know what I'm saying? Providing me.
I don't believe anything he says anymore, man. So what I heard today was I heard Retegui. I mean, I didn't hear about Shaka. I heard Retegui. Yes. I didn't hear about no Vlahovic. I didn't hear about that. You guys can keep Vlau miss, okay? You guys can keep him.
You saw the clip I sent you, man. I'm telling you.
Man, how many times are you gonna be shifting in your chair, Francesco, bro? Are you all right? I hear that thing squeaking. You cool? Are you all right? Calm down, bro. Chill out. Grab a bowl of spaghetti. Chill out.
Listen, man, it's been a rough week.
He got ramen tonight, Don. He got ramen tonight.
It's just annoying because this whole management, it really, like, especially yesterday, it really got me mad. At the end of April, you got, what's his name? Jeffrey Moncada coming out and saying, oh, Reinders? Oh, we're not going to sell Reinders. Reinders are staying 100%. Everything's fine. We're all good. Then you got Mr. Forlani. Every time that guy smiles, I wish I was able to punch someone through the TV because I can't stand when that guy smiles. He's just like, oh, we don't need to sacrifice players. Yeah, we screwed up this year, but it's okay. No need to sacrifice. And then next week, you sell your best player, one of your best players on the team. And not only did you sell him, I hope this is not true. Like I heard there was a 70 million euro deal from Fabrizio Romano, but apparently it was a fixed 55 million euro fee. I swear if that's true, I am like this management. How can you take this management seriously? They're basically getting bullied in negotiations.
I love him. I think Jerry's doing an amazing job at Milan. May his reign last long, because I love the guy. I do. He's doing Ibra calling the shots, bro. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Can we all agree it's a beautiful thing in here? I love it.
Did you sign the petition, bro? Did you sign the petition, Jerry out?
I love the fact that he said we need a coach, not a manager. We need a coach, not a manager. And then the guy he says
he doesn't have Twitter. He doesn't know.
Wow.
He doesn't have Twitter. He doesn't know about the Jerry petition. He doesn't know.
I'm gonna send it to you, bro. There's a petition going around to get Jerry out.
He's definitely gonna sign it. He's definitely gonna sign it.
I'm gonna send this episode to Martino so he can see this, bro.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, man. When I saw that it was the fixed fee for 55 million, it's like you basically just sold Reinders, like I said, for a box of ramen noodles at this point. Forget selling him for. He's like easily 80 million, 90 million euro player, and you're selling him for peanuts. You know,
especially to Man City. It's like, what are
to Man City. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
To a club that has infinite money.
Yeah.
Okay, Print. Hey, yo, calm down, bro. You're in a safe place, bro. You don't gotta scream, bro. Come on.
You know, you don't. You
Fired up.
Francesco, chill. You know what I'm saying, bro? Don't come out like a little
man.
flower. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Look. You see, he's about to shift in his chair. Shift in your chair. You're about to do it again. You do it every 5 seconds. Might as well do it again. Look,
Oh,
there goes the
big
gallon.
jug. He's got the big jug. Cumberland Farms water over there.
He's waterboarding himself. That's how miserable this guy is.
It's been a long week, man. Long week. I mean, listen, I'm glad that they finally brought in a sporting director. You know, yeah, it's not the flashiest of sporting directors, but I like the fact that he has at least has experience, and Nick could back me up on this. He has experience working with tight budgets, so I like that.
I think he's a better sporting director than people give him credit for.
No, and he's made some good deals in the past for Lazio. I mean, you got guys like Milinkovic-Savic, guys like that. I mean, he's made great deals. So it's not like he signed, random players on Lazio. Chiuri Immobile, he signed great players.
I need you to bring up that list of names that Anthony just threw in the chat. Those are players that Napoli are in the hunt for.
Oh no, it's a lot. I believe. I'm
Well,
not sure if he put it. Oh, right here.
Yeah, those are the names that Napoli are linked with. I think Jonathan Dave. I think Jonathan David is someone that. Yeah, and I think we're gonna go for. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for what's his name? What's his name, man? What's the guy's name?
Jokeris.
The guy that doesn't celebrate. Yeah, Jokeris. I think we're gonna go, but I don't know. I'm hearing Bonnie. Bonnie. So. I would love to get Ndoye. I would love to get Orsolini. So yeah, those. I just wanted to throw it up there because I banter a lot on here and I don't talk much about Napoli. I spend most of my time bantering on other clubs. So I just needed to give a shout out to a Napoli fan up in here. You
get a couple guys, man. You need depth in those forward positions. I think amazing job winning the Scudetto this year, but you can't repeat with the same. That same magic's not going to be around next year. It's got to be done with depth, right? You're an injury away from missing out on the Scudetto.
My God, Nick, what a take! Like I thought we would be good with the squad that we had going into the competition. That's a hot take, bro. I appreciate it. Bro. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I thought we were good with Politano and Neres,
Lukaku.
I'd take them on my team.
Dom, do you have any reservations about Conte's European history? Because it's not been very good. Are you of the mindset where it's like, that's a throwaway and you wanna wrap up another Scudetto, or?
That's a good question. I need to see what we do in the transfer market. If we're truly spending 200 million, a little bit over that, on players, I need to see the players we come. I basically need to see my squad A and my squad B, because that's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need a squad A and a squad B, kind of like what Inzaghi had, even though he didn't use his squad B much, and it was proven that he was able to win with a full rotation, and he decided not to. I don't know why. I think you guys would have probably won the Scudetto if he would have rotated, but that's another topic. I think after looking at the squads, I can make my decision. But to be honest, brother, I'm thinking more about defending the Scudetto properly this year. That's my main concern, because what we did after we won the Scudetto, we did everything wrong. So I'm hoping that's my main concern, for that not to happen again. Then I'm going to look at the players that we have. The whole thing about Conte not being successful in Europe, I mean, that's fine. But hopefully one day he will be successful, and hopefully one day it would be with us. But I really do think that we need to provide him the players that he wants. Like, we can't mess around with that if we want to compete in those two competitions successfully. But like I said, I'm thinking more about kind of like what you said, get out of the group stages, get past the round of 16, get as much money as the Champions League as you can, but I would want to win a Scudetto next year. Like that's my goal. Win a Scudetto and go deep into the Champions League.
I feel like if you guys do invest the way, in terms of like what they say you're going to invest in, I don't see why you can't defend the Scudetto. And I don't know. You never know, man. Maybe you guys might do good in Europe. You never know. You know.
Yeah.
You also got to take into account the management from the top four. Looks like it's going to be Conte, Juric potentially at Atalanta, or Motta, Kivu at Inter. Who else was the
Gasperini, Roma, maybe.
Gasperini with Roma. So you have a lot of turnover at the top. Allegri at Milan, like it's not,
no mention of Tudor in Juventus.
Tudor at Juve, yeah.
So all right,
I don't got them making top four. I don't have Juventus making top four next year. I do not have them making top four. I'm sorry, and this is not hate. This is just being me real. You have Allegri, one game a week. They got Gasperini over there, Roma. You have Inter, they downgraded in their coach. They still got the players as of today. They still got those players. You have Conte, that it's looking like we're gonna have a powerhouse of a transfer window. Where does Juventus fit? I don't know.
It depends what we do on the market, in my opinion, bro. If we don't sign nobody, obviously, for me, I would even admit we're not making top four if we don't sign.
You guys were saying some stuff before the show. Didi, get in there. What do you think? You're happy with this coach?
No, yeah.
Like
that's not fair. Like he came in at such a weird time and he achieved what we needed. So I don't know why everyone's all of a sudden turning on him.
He did a good job at Lazio too when he hopped in, before it didn't work out. So I get that.
No, I don't do a bad job, right? Marseille.
And you have a point, because he took over after like Mota just completely dropped the ball.
It was just like a really trash time. And everyone's like, the morale was down. Like everyone was just defeated, and I don't think he did a bad job. Like, no, I genuinely don't. And we did get lucky because other teams just, I don't know what was happening. I don't know how we got so lucky.
Do you think he could compete? Do you think he could compete with these coaches now in these other top clubs, starting from scratch? Your honest opinion.
I feel like Gio said, it depends who we get.
So who's on the short list for Juve? What players are we talking about here? All I hear about is Juve
Jonathan David.
Players.
No, Jonathan David at the moment.
I just saw he was
the only player. That's the only. No. They lost interest.
No, that's what I was going to say. Who is on your transfer market list? Like, who is your top targets besides Jonathan David?
Jonathan David. Bro, in my opinion, bro, we're interested in fucking everybody, bro.
Yeah, no one wants to.
You say you're interested in everybody, but I don't hear.
Listen,
I thought Osimhen was going down.
But the thing is with Osimhen, the thing is with Osimhen, bro, this guy was even Halal backed out too because of the salary. That salary.
They offered him the salary.
Why didn't Osimhen?
He rejected because he wanted more.
Why didn't Osimhen go to Juventus? Why didn't Osimhen go to? I expected him already.
I just think the project, that's one. Two, the Juntali left as well, so that's another.
Juntali had nothing to do with it. Juntali had nothing to do with it.
Listen, bro, I think our links definitely had Juntali to do everything.
You were not getting Osimhen even if Juntali stayed, bro. We're not gonna sell them to you, bro.
Okay.
We weren't gonna do it.
Wait, how much was Osimhen requesting at Al Hilal?
On what? On wages?
Oh, on wages, no, but he
12
wanted
million.
More than one. Yeah, but he wanted more. But he wanted more.
12 million.
Because Al Hilal, I think.
Vlahovic's salary.
Yep.
Yeah.
You wanted 12 million.
Yeah. That's why, Francesco, you gotta take Vlahovic. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take him.
You guys better fucking keep him, dude. Who's gonna be starting up front?
Nah, bro. I'd rather listen, bro.
Gio. You got Gio up there starting.
This man's desperate to get rid of Vlahovic. He's like, "Oh, Francesco, your team will take him." No, they won't.
Why not?
We'll move some people
But you're saying
around.
he's good.
And then we're gonna have
how much money
When
is
did I
he?
say that? When did I say that, bro?
We're gonna have our girl down here playing left back. She's gonna be filling in that position. I mean, we have a squad. We have a squad available for you guys. I'm just saying. Gio attacker. We get Melon up here. Melon, the towel boy. You be the towel boy, whatever you want to put him as, you know.
Melon, go back in the episode. Well, we have Alex here, the Interista, and we have Didi as the Juventina. So those are the new panel members here today.
Yo, I'm trying to question if this guy like sucked on a lemon before each episode because he's so salty all the time. Throw in salt, this guy. Melon, let's go with you, man.
Hey, I know this is an early question for everyone, but let's just play a game. As of right now, and not, a lot of things are going to change. We all know this. Who's your top 4? Like realistically, as of right now, as of today, with the coaches,
with the information I have today, Napoli, Roma, Inter, Milan.
You have Roma second place.
Roma.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Bold.
And I hate them. It's not. I'm not saying that to be fucking anything. It's not cool. It's trendy. The squad that they have, the coach that they appointed. There's a lot of runway for that team. They've been underachieving for 3 years.
The momentum that they have built, I think that's spot on, Nick.
Inter got worse. Milan potentially is getting worse. Juve got worse. I'm not saying it like just in reality today.
Yeah.
June 5th. Today, that's my answer. Might not be my answer August, but those teams got worse. Until they improve dramatically, that's where I'm at.
And understood. Okay. How about you, Gio? What you got? You better not mention Juventus.
Listen.
I better not hear Juventus as top 2.
I'm not saying top 2 for Juve, okay? But
not even 3. I don't even want to hear 3 either.
Listen,
you know what? Scratch 4 out 2. Scratch 4 out 2.
Scratch 4 out 2. This guy, you know. But the thing is with Gasperini, knowing him, I think that would go 50-50 though, don't you, Nick? Because he has to implement his damn system though. Because it took
that's why I don't have Roma
for him.
That's why I don't have Roma in second place. I think I don't have Roma in second place because I think his system is going to take a minute to get implemented. But I do have
top
them.
4. I mean, that's
I said
my
top.
loose
I
order.
definitely agree top 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Napoli.
I actually have Milan.
Napoli will win the Scudetto next season.
They could.
I'm going to say
if Milan gets a player or two, they're fighting for it.
Milan second.
What?
With Allegri. This is a tough. Inter.
Why were you laughing?
I don't
Why were you laughing?
I just can't. I can't imagine them in second place. I'm sorry.
You can't see Milan second place?
I think I can. They have only one game a week. Allegri, knowing him, I think he could do it with the team that Milan's going to.
When he beats Lecce and Cremonese and Empoli and fucking Torino, and he runs
like
these teams out of the pitch.
1-0.
3 points. 3 points. 3 points.
Hey,
3 points. Watch how they add up.
I know Alex can remember this because he's an Inter fan. You remember when Allegri was playing once a week with Juventus? And he said the cops and robbers comment, and he was right behind you guys for a minute, right? And then the whole thing happened with the scandals and Juventus getting caught cheating like they always do, by the way. Anyways, but you know what I'm saying? Like Allegri once a week is dangerous. He and Milan have a squad. Even if they sell Santa's reindeer, they still have a squad. So.
With experience,
the other thing too with Allegri at Milan is like at Milan, it's been such a mess that when he gets in there and like things start to get serious for these players, like sky's the limit. Who knows? Like, you know, once they start to buy into what he's selling, he's exactly what they need at this point in time.
Yep. I think they did. I think if Milan wouldn't have hired Allegri, you guys would have picked him up.
Oh,
I think
Inter would have picked him up.
Oh
yeah, and I think that would have been a smart move.
Yeah,
I would have taken him. I would have taken him too, but I also, you know, I do think with this ownership they wanted to get younger. But I think Beppe probably would have sold his heart out for Allegri if he was available.
Because it's not much of a downgrade, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you didn't massively downgrade.
It would have been. same point that I'm making about Milan. It's like that he probably would have been a good voice for these guys to have in their head after what they suffered through this last week and a half, 2 weeks.
But if you think about it, with Allegri probably would have been a good appointment for Inter. The reason why is because when we go back, right, with Conte at Juve, right, he leaves and we appointed Allegri. Everybody was like, oh, why Allegri? He just lost a Scudetto with Milan. Conte beat him, this and that, right? But then after that, it was like a whole gamble, and this he turned out great for Juventus for a couple of years because we ended up building all that. I think if he would have signed for Inter, that could have happened. That could have the same type of situation.
Oh, you listen to you hear this guy, Nick? All of a sudden, he's an Allegri fan, huh? You hear this guy?
They saw
I never
life
said
after.
anything bad, bro. Nick, I never said anything bad about Allegri, bro. Listen,
we're just giving you crap, Gio. Calm down. We already have a nervous guy in here, the Milan fan, Francesco. He's shifting in his chair.
I noticed Reno didn't want to come on today, so I noticed Reno didn't want to come on. So we know the Allegri revisionism that goes on in the Juve community. Don't worry about it. We got receipts.
So I want to ask.
Go ahead.
I want to ask the lady in the room. What top four do you got?
Okay.
Not you, Francesco. The other lady.
Don't talk about the flower. Don't talk about the flower. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that one, man. I remember that one.
What's your top four?
I'm scared. Okay. I'm going to say Juve 4. I'm going to start with 4.
4. She said 4. She
I
said 4.
believe in Tudor, but I don't know. Like,
it depends. I still have my concerns. I've been saying this.
Oh, that's high hopes for that guy, man.
It's going to be Roma.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still don't have a 2, but number 1's going to be Napoli. So I don't even know who a 2 will
Napoli
be.
winning. Yeah.
I can't give you that. But I'm not saying Milan.
Oh, but you think it's Milan. You just don't want to say it.
I don't. No.
Who else is it going to be? I mean, Atalanta is going to drop off the face of the planet. They're going to go on a fire sale. They got rid of Gasperini. They hired Juric. That's fact that they hired him, or that was just a rumor?
It's tomorrow. It's going to be Juric or Motta. Between those two.
If they hire Juric, dude, I got them in like 10th. I don't know. I can't understand a move like that for a club. That's not true because they have a good academy. They buy players. They do good business, but they're going to start selling players.
Especially after what Juric did for Roma, man. His best
terrible.
His best highlight was kneeling on the floor begging for mercy.
100%. So Atalanta is going to be worse. Fiorentina just lost a very good coach. We don't know what's going on with those guys. Bologna,
is it Pioli coming in?
That'd be a great move for them if they get him, but still, that's not a club with unlimited resources. So I don't know. I'm just like everybody. Really, everybody got worse. Just about. Napoli is there. That's it. They're the guys.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Napoli and Roma are the two that didn't get worse.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again. I like hearing those things. Say that again.
Hey man, my opinion on Tutto Calcio doesn't win them a Scudetto, but.
Nick, this is what, the 7th episode, bro? Episode 1, 2, 3. It was all about how Napoli was going to implode, how Conte was going to go to Juventus, how we're going to go back to 10th. And look at the beauty that's going on right now. It's amazing to be what? Who are you pointing to?
That guy in the top left corner over there. That guy.
Oh, Gio?
Yeah, she actually pointed the time. You know that, right?
We're getting Conte, bro.
Oh, he's coming. There's nothing you could do about it. He's gonna come because I got my sources from Italy, and they're telling me calma.
I'm sorry, bro, but you sounded like a Reno right there, bro.
A casa Napoli, a casa Milan, a casa Inter.
Poor Gio, bro. Gio was going through it, man. He had to get a new phone from T-Mobile because of all the tweets he was putting out. So many tweets about Conte coming back, dude. He was quoting sources that you never heard of. Dude, the guy at the cafe in the morning who was pulling the espresso, and Gio was fucking quoting him that Conte was coming back.
Gio was the one that was posting that too about how what was that? He had like some dude from the. What was the rumor that you posted that Conte, like some guy that knew Conte said that he wasn't staying, that he was going to Juventus, and you posted it. What was that story?
He walked Conte's dog one time.
Dog,
he knew Conte's wife, and Conte's wife
wants to go back to Torino. He has a house in Torino.
See, bro, this is why Francesco's such a flipper, bro. I'm telling you, bro,
Francesco knows, bro. He's heard it all.
Yo, don't get mad because I know, man. Don't get mad.
Don't worry, bro. Listen, enjoy Vlahovic, man. If that's gonna happen, bro.
This guy, I don't. Where did you hear this? Where?
I'm just
we need to. So we like to throw in some jokes and some banter between the takes, to keep things spicy up in here. So that's why we like to clown around. We let the members in the chat get involved too. There's a couple of clowns in there too, but yeah. So that's how we spice things up. Next, I wish Reno was here because that guy's funny, man. He's really a funny dude. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Reno's my guy. Reno, if you're in the chat, bro, I love you. You can
know?
hear it. It's June. I'm allowed to say it.
Oh my gosh. All right. You want to talk about Napoli, or did we talk a little bit about Napoli already?
We gotta talk about Lazio, my man.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Bottom left corner.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, we definitely should. Mr. Sarri smoking that pack. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk about Mr. Sarri. Former Juve coach.
Let's. So here's. I gave you guys my take on Tuesday. I think it's a shame if you were going to go back to Saudi, you just wasted 2 years of a sporting project. You completely wasted 2 years that a team like Lazio cannot afford to waste. But here's my outlook on him. We saw what he's done in his career with Napoli, with Chelsea, with Juve, with Lazio. Now let's see. He's going to have no budget. He's going to get no signings. He's going to play once a week. Let's see if he can coach. Let's see. For real. Let's see what kind of a coach he is. If he has this team fighting for 5th, 6th place, I'm happy with it. That's all you can ask for.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
I can see it. He's done it
the big thing that I think Lazio is going to have to deal with this mercato is the Wolves are circling for Nicolo Rovella.
Okay. Everybody's got a price. I love the guy. He's a great player. I hope he's with the team for the next 20 years. What's
the price? What's the price?
Realistically?
Not realistically. The Lotito price. What's the Lotito price?
I don't know. 80 million, maybe?
Oh, Gio. Pull that comment back up.
Which one? This guy?
Buddy, what drugs are you on?
Bro, even listen, bro. Even I did this.
Is he drinking coquito? What's the coquine name over there? What are we doing?
You have some of my wine, man.
You know that coquito, huh? You know about that coquito, huh?
Listen, salute to my guy, Koki, bro. But what a prediction!
Come on, man. Como? I don't know about Como, man.
Listen, with Juventus at the moment, bro, I can't even say that we're in a title charge, bro. And I'm being realistic, man. I'm being realistic.
I think this guy Koki, right? I think he listens to
I hope you're right.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows who Dybala Lex is in here, right?
Oh, he's drinking.
I think he reads her tweets and he reads her tweets and he's taking it like seriously because not even she is serious about her stuff half the time.
Como fourth, Minchia. Over Lazio, over Roma, over Milan with Allegri back. Bro, I know you're just messing. I know, bro.
What are you willing to pay, Alex, for Rovella? You want him? What's your number?
I would desperately want him, but we don't have that kind of. We don't have
Alex,
that kind of cash.
Alex, you never threw out your top 4, right?
I was waiting for it.
Oh,
yeah, I want to hear it.
I'm in lockstep. I wish I had something more controversial, but if you want the genuine, honest answer, I'm in lockstep with Nick. I think it's Napoli, Inter, Milan, and Roma.
Okay. I mean, that's a safe prediction, to tell you the truth. It really is. But I do have Juventus trying to get in that 4th spot like they did last season. I really do.
And we will.
I really do.
I like confidence from the fans.
Yeah.
We will.
It's a last minute thing again, and we'll be in there.
She's new to Twitter, so these people better watch out because she likes to talk a lot of smack on that app. I respect her game. I really do.
You hear that chat?
I
Watch
thought she
out.
was going to have
I'll
LAFC in
you.
the top 4 of Serie A. We were going to go intercontinental with the league here.
Juve fans.
Didn't you?
Bremer.
Bremer back is
Bremer,
it's like a new signing. You got to say that's
good.
a shout.
Yeah, that's good.
If he's healthy, bro, he's one of the best defenders in the league.
Let's remember, we didn't have him for basically the full season. You know what I'm saying? So at least top 4. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll say why not? Why not?
Yeah, I forgot about Bremer, man.
But he's also
I
he
totally
is coming
forgot
off.
about that
He's coming off
Cabal.
an injury. Those are
ACL.
Not easy.
Yeah,
True,
ACL.
true, yeah, ACL, but
It's never gonna be the same.
Not easy.
of course. Well, I mean, with defenders, we'll see. We'll see with Bremer. You know, it's usually different for attackers that they won't be the same.
Yeah, but
really.
the type of defender he is, it is gonna affect his game.
Well, yeah, it's gonna affect. I agree.
He's a very explosive defender, man. He's very.
Yeah.
It's gonna affect his game, bro. But let's hope
he's
not.
gonna
I
play
really
the
like
Copa
you.
Cup, so he's not playing the Copa.
I really Juventus. I don't care who it is. I never get happy about injuries. I always wish these players the best. So I would love him to come back locked in 100%. Bring me the Bremer of the last 2 seasons. I ain't scared. Let's go.
Well, let's see here. Donnarumma to oh yeah.
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
about this. Yeah, with the Donnarumma to Juve rumors. But
Why would he downgrade? Why would he downgrade though?
That's a
No, but he
massive-
wants.
It is a downgrade.
That's downgrade.
A little bit.
It's a downgrade.
Little bit, he just won the Champions
He just
League.
won the Champions League.
Well, but he
but the
didn't
thing-
just
but
win
the
the
thing is-
Champions League, you know.
But he
like,
wants
he
to
didn't
come back
win.
to Juve. That's the thing. Big up to Wando, by the way, my guy. Big up to you, bro.
Bro,
Thank you for reminding me about that.
it's a huge downgrade if he leaves and goes to Juventus, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's
Then
be
he's
real.
got to get fake
Just
money
won the
thrown at
Champions
him
League.
from Milan fans twice a year. You can't have that.
Also, do we need a
Monopoly money
goalkeeper?
coming at him.
Hell yeah, man.
That's a good question. Do you guys need a goalkeeper? She just asked if you guys need a goal. Are you guys really hurting?
No, I think we're good.
Digre was good, right? I mean,
Digre, listen, I would keep Digre. I don't know why
I
a lot
love
of the fans are complaining. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I'm not saying that he's bad. You know, with the rumors about Donnarumma, of course, would I take Donnarumma? Why not? If he wants to come to Juve, why not? But do I think he's going to come to Juve at the moment? Probably not, because he just won the Champions League, guys. Let's be realistic for the Juventus fans in the chat here. He just won the Champions
And
League.
how much is he making? How much is he making at PSG?
A lot.
Man? He must be
He's
making
probably
money.
making a lot. He's probably making a lot of money. So I'm not sure about that. You know, I mean, I know he does. Yes, I know he does want to return to Italy. I get it, but we'll see. we'll see, man. I mean, it's going to be a long market anyway. I mean, this is just what,
You know, Anthony.
First, there's only 5 days left. So
Anthony did throw out a good comment there. He is from Napoli, so maybe maybe Don Conte can make a call. You know what I mean? Because Don Conte does Don Conte things sometimes. You know.
Don Conte.
I'm just saying.
Don't worry, you're happy with Merit, bro. You're happy with Merit, right?
You got mad at.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine? Oh, look, let's just play the scenario here. Could you imagine if Napoli had both goalkeepers from the national team, Donnarumma and Merit on the team as backups? The same thing.
Everybody's down on Meret. This dude won 2 Scudetto, bro. I don't know what the big hate towards him is. I never understood that.
They won those Scudetto in spite
And
of
he's made some
spite of him.
tremendous
It's not like
things
he
as
was.
well, so I don't understand why people hate on him so much.
He's not
100%.
bad.
Okay, because
goalkeeper.
Merit. Okay, listen. Merit has his weaknesses. That's why long range shots.
Yeah, him and every
Merit's
goal.
not good.
I mean, Dom.
Yeah, but but he has. He's not the strong. Like he's not the strongest goalkeeper. I like him. He saved us a lot of times, but I could see the frustration from fans because like there's been shot attempts that went that hit the net that he should have stopped. And it's happened more than once. And I see the frustration. He's horrible at playing with the ball at his feet. He's gotten better, but still, like that's not our main concern right now. He is not. It's not like we need to replace Merit. But if we could replace Merit with a better keeper, I'd be down. That's all.
You would. Conte has said in plenty of interviews, striker and goalkeeper are the 2 most important positions on the pitch for him. And Meret is not. It's not his guy. That's not. So then why did we just renew him? Just renewed him like yesterday.
Wait, Alex.
So Conte must like him.
You're saying Merit's not his guy?
That's
No, he
not,
was there
not
when
as
Conte got there.
Lukaku's his guy.
Yeah.
He was there when Conte got there.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you always, sometimes you renew goalkeepers, like, because it's the same thing with like Sommer and then buying José Martinez. Like José Martinez is the 27-year-old keeper that's, gonna be the goalkeeper of Inter for the next 5 years, but Sommer still has it. So he's on the 2-year contract. Once it runs out next year, then you hand it over. It could be the same thing for Meret.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of looking for goalkeepers, man. We're trying to get that one goalkeeper from Torino, bro. And I would like
Milinkovic Savic.
He's awesome.
Wow.
So if Conte is actually like looking to, I just think that the blueprint is strikers first, wingers, center backs, midfielders, and then the goalkeeper at the end. I don't think it's a must fill position right now in Conte's eyes.
I don't know how many times I'm going to see this Tonali to Juventus. He's already said multiple times.
He's not. Listen, bro. Listen, I mean, there is new rumors about it again, bro. But listen, man.
Dude.
Again,
realistic again.
His agent has said
he's not coming to Juventus.
He's not leaving.
He's not coming. He's not coming, guys.
Yeah, if you scroll up, my boy John made a really good comment in the chat there. Like, bro, we just don't.
Yeah.
The league doesn't have the money to pay these guys. If you went to fucking PSG, if you went to the Premier League, and you're making these wages, and these teams paid 80 fucking million pounds for you, we can't compete with that. That's just a fact.
Yeah. No, Tonali, exactly, Anthony. Listen, he just made the Champions League with Newcastle. They just won their first trophy in like 70-something years. So I think he's gonna stay. Listen, yes, I agree. Tonali needs to come back to Serie A, but he ain't going to Juve, bro. I'm just being so realistic right now with this whole thing. Do I want him to come to Juve? Why not? Right? Yeah. Well, listen, hey, Locatelli.
They're not that good. They're not that good.
You're saying
re-sign Coop Miners.
Wait, so you're saying Thuram is not that good?
Coop Miners is great, man. He's doing wonders for you.
Wait. You're saying that Thuram isn't good.
No,
he's one of them.
Yeah, him and Locatelli were your two best players.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
What about Conceição? I thought Conceição did okay.
He can't match up.
She likes Conceição.
Yeah, I like him.
She likes him. She likes Conceição. I think he has a lot of like.
They're the same height.
I feel like people don't allow him up. One day they hate him, one day they love him. I can't.
Welcome to football. Twitter football.
Twitter football. There you go. Oh man.
That's how it's gonna. That's how it's gonna be.
I think he's leaving. I don't know if we're keeping him.
Yeah, I heard that he's leaving. Right.
30 million, right? Is the price?
Yeah, but let's see. It's not confirmed.
Likely.
I don't know. We'll see.
The problem with kicked off the episode and we're talking about Juve transfer targets. Like they don't have a confirmed coach right now, and they just fired the sporting director. They don't have a confirmed sporting director. It's like you're not really seeing the action on it, which is a shame because they have to play the Club World Cup. The teams that are playing the Club World Cup have already started the transfer market. Inter brought in 2 players. Real Madrid just bought Mastantuono. Like there's people are moving, and Juve is going to the Club World Cup with nothing any of this in place.
Absolutely
it's
nothing.
Insane.
Which that's my problem. That's my problem.
Really cheap tickets in Philadelphia. I'm hearing $30 tickets to Juve in Philly.
It's not the most prestigious tournament.
But listen. It still would be a crazy experience to go. And I might go. Why not? I might take a trip to Philly.
Yeah, if you have the opportunity to go see your club live,
go see your team.
The US, go, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I might be going. I might take a trip to Philly. Might do some content with the other Juventus content creators. So we'll see.
Hey, I might go too. I might show up in my Napoli gear and say, "Who am I?" The old game. I might do it. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, don't worry. Oh man, you're gonna troll what's his name, Berto from the AJC, because I think he's going to that as well.
Is he? Yo, Nick, we should go with Berto, man. We'll have a nice time with Berto.
I'm down.
Gosh. Yeah, but letting Dean Huijsen go. Don't even remind me about that, please.
Please, let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about it. Urgently get cazzo, man. Merde.
Does anyone have any questions for the lady in the room?
Nice one.
I think
she hasn't spoken much, and I would like to give her
from us or from the chat.
Yeah,
from
chat.
everyone.
From everyone. Chat.
Yeah.
All right,
Questions for the lady in the room.
Give me
Where are girls?
one position to upgrade for Juventus this year.
I mean, striker.
Facts.
That's obvious. That's an obvious one, Alex.
That was the
Hey.
easiest question ever. Like,
I think you got a few more holes than just striker,
ooh,
but
Few holes, man.
a few holes.
Well, I think.
He's
Listen, I
defense,
think.
we have
Yeah, for
Brenner
me,
coming back.
it's striker. Definitely has to be the 10 role. Like is like what's going on with this Coop Miner situation. You know, the midfield
I
definitely
feel like
has to
he's
get
gonna be
something.
okay. I don't know.
Listen, with
have-
Coop Miners, he had flashes. It's not like he didn't. It's not like he didn't.
You guys
but-
ruined him. You guys ruined Coop, bro.
Mota
This-
ruined him.
Mota
100%.
ruined that guy. That bro.
Actually, he ruined everyone. Like, oh my God.
Mr. Mortadella ruined her. man.
Mota, the coach that everybody wanted this time last year. That Mota.
Insane,
Oh,
like-
come on, bro. Nick, listen, you're right because I did back Mota up, bro. I did.
I'm
listen,
not.
I said
I'm
this
not
before.
pointing my comments at
I
you,
like the
Gio.
guy, but
I know.
I hate him.
I know.
The Juve community, they all wanted Giuntoli. He was cooking. Giuntoli's cooking. Oh my God, fucking
Well, if you think
chef.
about
He's
the
like Bobby
signings-
Flay in the kitchen over there. He's fucking cooking.
But
And
but,
then
but he-
Mota.
but if
Mota's
you
the
think
greatest
about it,
coach. This, that.
But if you think about it, Giuntoli, what Giuntoli was doing with the signings that he was bringing in, listen, Coop Meyer scoring what 20, 25 goals plus. Okay, it's not like it's something else probably happened. It's not just
Mota happened, bro.
I-
Mota
know that
happened,
Mota-
bro.
But not
I
just
have
that.
a
But I'm telling
question.
you, it's something deeper, man. Because it can't just be just Giuntoli either, man. You know.
Do you think it's
Something deeper
do you
than
think do you think it's witches or like voodoo priests or something like
that.
that?
No, oh my gosh, I don't know.
What
man.
else could it be, bro? I mean, come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
I've been saying
Thank
it
God.
from
I'm
the
gonna
top.
tell you something. Thank God Juventus hired Mota, because if you guys would have hired Conte,
Yeah, then.
we
Yeah.
none of us would have been happy in this room right now, except for Juventus fans.
So
man.
let me ask you an honest question. I want to ask to the UA fans, but I want everybody's opinion on it. So knowing what we know now, serious question: are we blaming Giuntoli, the guy that spent 200 million? Are we blaming Motta? Are we blaming the players? Did the players get any blame at some point? Because
Oh, they
you already
do.
fired the guys.
Yeah.
They've gotten their fate is sealed. They're gone, right? Where do you guys place the blame? Honestly,
I
would
think
say
everybody.
combination.
I
don't
believe
think it was-
everybody. I think it even goes farther than Giuntoli. I think it goes all the
Yeah.
way back to Elkan, man. I've been saying this from the beginning. It starts from the top and you work your way down. That's the biggest problem with this club. You know?
Yeah. Yeah,
with
it was
with
on
Agnelli, listen, with Agnelli at the helm, you can't tell me, listen, I get it that we had a bad situation going on, but we had at least plans. You know, we had a plan and everything like that. But now it's like we're all over the place with this guy Elkan.
I
in
mean, but there
charge.
was a plan. Hey, here's Giuntoli. Here's 200 million. Build your squad. Here's your coach that everybody wanted. They executed a plan. Maybe it's not a
But
plan
the-
that worked.
But if you think about it, Nick, right? Before, which I didn't even notice at the time either. So this actually came to my senses, like I would say mid-season. I said this mid-season. That Giuntoli and Motta didn't agree on the same players that they were going to pitch. Just look at Douglas Luiz. Why wasn't Motta playing Douglas Luiz? Right, that's the biggest thing.
That's the two
You know,
two
Fagioli.
players.
Hoysen,
they spent
not Hoysen. Nicolucci, Caviglia. Motta says that. Oh, that's the biggest regret. You know that we lost.
He doesn't regret getting rid of Moiskin, who scored 20 fucking goals.
Oh, I bet you he
He
does.
scored
I
in
bet you he
Champions
does.
League.
You think
But
he
the thing
regrets
is-
the penalty away against Venezia?
Yeah, but the thing with Keane though, right, is that
Watch
he
what you
even said in
say.
an interview-
Watch what you
No,
say.
no, no,
Watch
no,
what
no,
you say
no,
about
he said-
Keane.
Listen, he said it in an interview that the pressure at Juventus is not the same like the pressure at Fiorentina.
But he
said
went to
that.
PSG and he scored 20 goals there. That was no
Yeah,
problem.
but if you
That's
think about
true.
it, that's it. Yeah, but you're
That's
with
true.
a but you look at the team compared. You can't compare that PSG team to comparing to this Juventus, man. That's a whole different team. Whole different team.
Can we clip that, Dom? We clip that little.
Yeah, I
go,
got it.
go
Don't worry.
check out
We're gonna
go
clip
check
that
out the
down.
players that Keane was playing with.
Hey, Gio,
PSG.
bro. Gio, listen, we already got one screamer in the room, the Milan fan. We don't need another one, okay, bro? Calm
Oh
down.
my god! Listen,
Calm
I'm
down. Everyone's
calm,
chill up
bro.
in
What
here,
are you
man.
talking about? Man, listen, I'm just speaking facts at the moment, bro. I mean, what can you say?
Listen, real talk here. This is what I think. what happened with Juventus is kind of similar to what happened with Napoli after we won the Scudetto. Coach leaves for different reasons. No sporting director, or the sporting director was trash. We're in the summer now. We have no sporting director. We have an owner that thinks he could do it all by himself. It's kind of the same thing what's going on with Juventus. Not in the same exact scenario, but you don't have a sporting director, or you just got one, or whatever the case may be, and your guys are not attractive right now. You guys are like the ugly guy in the room that everyone's dancing during prom night, and you're the ugly guy in the room that can't get someone to dance with right now. That's what's going on. And it doesn't matter if you guys got, what is it, 36 or 38? Let's see. What's the honest answer here? 36 or 38? Is it 36 or 38?
For
what? Is it 36 titles or 38?
38.
You see, you guys have no shame. You guys have no shame. No shame. No shame in this chat room. No shame.
Why would I say that, man? We won 38 on the field.
Anyways. But you know what I'm trying to get at? You guys are going through the same thing. And it goes back to what Gio's saying. He hit it on point. It starts from the top and goes down. So like our players, for example, like Nick, perfect examples, Di Lorenzo and Zambo. Horrific performances on the field last season for us, right? Horrific. But then Conte comes in, boom, they're back in the game. And it goes with the whole thing about how just like the top did not know, they didn't have any clue what they were doing last season. So all the players are going out there is like, why am I working my butt off? And, you know, I got the fans booing me and all this, like, and then it messes with their head. And then switching 3 coaches, Juventus switched 2 different coaches. So it affects the players. You know what I mean? So I think it goes back to that. And we're going to see that with Inter now, this project, because now they lost Inzaghi. And I know there has to be players on that team that feel a certain way. But the good thing that Inter has is Marotta. And so long as Marotta is there, they will not, it would just be a little rainstorm for them compared to like what we went through. That was a freaking tornado. So, yeah.
Yep.
I also think at Inter, the group, that group of players is really, really, really close. They're very tight. You can see it from all the messages that are being posted. But as far as Juve is concerned, I put it on Giuntoli, and it's pretty straightforward for me. The first thing is the Huijsen loss. I mean, the kid's nominated for a Golden Boy. You see the goal that got taken away today, but the goal that he scored, he would have been perfect for you. And the second thing is Juve last year, their biggest problem, they had a ton of possession, but their biggest problem was that it was sterile. That, it was passed along the back and all this stuff. Motta wanted 2 players that you guys were pursuing, Calafiori and Zirkzee. And those are the players that made it tick for him at Bologna. And that is who Giuntoli should have been hyper focused on getting. Calafiori would have helped with the ball progression down the field. And you saw how Vlahovic couldn't adapt to dropping deep and possessing the ball and keeping the ball moving. Zirkzee is who pulled that off for Bologna while Motta was there. Those are the two biggest reasons for Motta's success at Bologna, and that's who we wanted. Not getting them is the whole reason that this thing fell apart for me.
There was no link-up play. Like the midfield and the front attack, they were like
disconnected.
Yeah, they were like two X's that they were like 2 X's that didn't get along. Reminds me of this ex-girlfriend I used to have. No, I'm just
Oh man! Here we go.
Ex-girlfriend.
Everything into a knot now with his ex-girlfriend.
We broke up, but we still lived together for a couple of months. But it was like there was no link-up play. You know what I mean? There was nothing going on. That's kind of what's happening over there with Juventus last season.
Nah, but the thing is, listen, we brought in my opinion, a great general manager. Was the former president of Toulouse, Comoli. I did a lot of research on the guy. He was the one who discovered Modric when he was younger.
What are your sources, Gio? Did you go to Reno?
No.
Did you go to Reno for these sources?
No, okay, bro. Nah. All right, the sources. Listen, no. I did my own. I went different websites and I checked out myself about who this guy really was. Sporting director.
He discovered Modric and he discovered fire. Well, how fucking old is this guy?
No. Listen, bro. The thing is with this guy, Kamola.
Hey. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. Yeah. The Juventina that's in here. What's the name you go by? BB?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Didi or D.
D?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted. So there's a funny story with the mountain bike thing. Since you're not. Yeah. So check this out. Gio one time, right? He dropped a tweet, right? Bike. And he had a source, right? So I hit the source, right? It was a Twitter account. And I'm like, all right, this guy must be well known in Italy. And it was a guy riding a mountain bike with like 12,000 followers. Riding a mountain bike. That was the source that Gio threw out.
Giro d'Italia, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who was he?
Giro.
We still don't know the guy. We don't know who this guy is. This
was when Gio was on his Conte fucking crusade, bro.
Crusade? Are you sure it was me posting about the mountain bike guy?
If I go search your Twitter and type in Conte, bro, 15,000 tweets are gonna come up.
Of course.
Yo, and then there's this other guy, right?
True or false? True or false? Gio was telling us for what, a month that Conte's coming. Conte's coming.
Okay, I didn't say. I didn't listen, bro. I didn't say that was gonna be official.
Gio, even in the first few episodes of this series.
Blame me, bro. Like I said, we're still. The crazy thing is, we're still on this Conte conversation, bro.
So D, right? So there's this account, and he got roasted, by the way, when Conte said he was staying. Is Juve Insider. Oh, this guy got roasted. Did you see it? Did you see it?
I saw that too with the Juve Insider. Yeah.
So check this out.
We all got roasted. I was convinced. I mean,
check this out. Gio, right, throws out a tweet, right, about Conte going to Juventus, and I'm like, yo, I think I saw this identical tweet, and I go to Juve Insider. And it was the exact same tweet, copy pasted, bro. Copy pasted.
Yeah, but he was embarrassing us.
Gio, I had to put you on the spot, bro. You're sweating over there. I know it's all good though.
I didn't know.
I'm not sweating. Listen, bro. I took my heat already, man. I listen exactly. RB Comps. Listen, bro. Exactly. You gotta put some respect on me, man.
RV Comps is one of his sources, bro. That's why he's got your back.
No,
he's
bro.
a source.
He's the source. He's the guy behind the screen typing, right?
That's
typing all the sources, right?
D, do you know who RB is?
Yeah, that's my friend.
Okay, so before you were on Twitter,
what happened?
RB, right? RB used to make comps, right? Like when Juventus was winning, he used to make comps. He used to make comps about like Dybala, like when Dybala was actually playing, and like. Vlahovic when he was scoring, right?
When was that?
Man, RB crashed out, bro. Now he just drops like skits on like Buffon back in fucking 2012 and shit.
My man was going back to 1996 for the comps this year. Yeah, it was a rough year for Juve.
And then one of his bangers, right? Because he hadn't had a banger in a while. One of his bangers on Twitter was an actual like edited video of making fun of Vlahovic, like all his misses with like this corny song in the background.
No, that was a
so
banger.
I get props. I'm not gonna lie. That was a banger.
I get props to RB because he adjusted, he adjusted his tactics, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta give him props.
Love it.
Look at this guy laughing in the chat. Look at this.
Yeah,
look.
Reno couldn't resist.
Reno, bro. Listen, man. We gotta get
Reno sources. How you doing, buddy? Conte Napoli or no Conte Napoli, huh? Anyways, is there any questions in the chat room?
Yeah, guys, any questions in the chat? I did see somebody. I started here. Let me see. 3 signings,
especially for the Inter fan. Ask questions to the Inter fan.
Yeah, the questions for my guy Alex.
Yeah, about the scandal.
Oh,
yeah.
Scandal, Alex.
Yeah, Alex.
There's quite literally no scandal.
I love how
this is
no
all
scandal. It's no scandal. So it came out of the blue. It came out of the blue.
See how
you got? Hold on. Can I ask you a question?
Can
Can I ask you a question? Have you guys? Did you look at it? Did you read it? Did you whatever? Because did you look at it? Did you read it? Do you know where it's from? Do you know like anything about it? Or somebody puts out a tweet, Inter's involved in a scandal, and then it's like, why? Oh, Fabrizio Romano, why are you not tweeting about it? Whatever. Not a single source in Italy is tweeting anything about it, but a source in Marseille takes a report from 2021 that already is proven as debunked. But you guys go. Listen, go all you want. This is all you have. I saw some Juventino on Twitter today said that, the Champions League final was the best day of his life. Congratulations. Like, go ahead. You guys have fun with your fake scandal. Scandal. Okay. We got work to do.
Listen. And I rarely, trust me, brother. I rarely.
It was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. It was.
Oh, look, he replaced the trophy cabinet.
Listen, man, I rarely defend Juventus fans out here, right? But listen, they're your direct rivals. They hate you guys. You guys hate them. And I'm pretty sure, man, if the roles were flipped and it was Juventus that played PSG and got 5 shoved down their throat, Inter Twitter would have been like, that was the best day of my life.
I have no doubt that there are Interisti that would tweet shit like that. It's not my style. It's not my style. I can say from me personally, best day in my life, I'd say probably, treble, only Italian team to ever pull it off. Had nothing. No, not Juve getting sent to Serie B. That's not the best day in my life. I can only speak for me. I can only speak for me. Inter winning is a good day. Whatever goes on with you guys, that's
I get it. But you know how it is. It's all about the rage bait. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys are hate watching. They're doing streams, hate watching.
That was Gio's biggest show ever.
You got to respect
the hate watch.
But the thing is, it brought so many views. You know what I'm saying? You have to say that, man. Come on.
Listen, I'm in it for the fandom, not the views. I'm in it for the fandom, not the content.
Until Saudi Arabia comes with the podcast money, bro. They're coming. The Saudi investment fund.
Wait, just like they got this guy too. You know what I'm saying? They already got him.
Simone, that you're coming next.
Congratulations. They just lost out on Osimhen, so I guess he's familiar with the feeling of missing out on players because he can't afford them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you know what I find cringe though? Is that Juventus, right? We're happier for this Inter result than Milan fans were. And Milan fans are your city rivals, right? So that tells me that the rival, like the main rivalry that's going on is Inter and Juventus. And Milan are just like, they just talk their crap with Inter, but there's not that real hatred. And then Milan and Juventus, they're always making out. So it's like they definitely don't have rivalry going. So you guys love each other, bro. You guys love each other.
This guy was just laughing at me before. What are you talking about? This guy, I've been saying this. This guy's like a flip-flop, bro.
Listen. First of all, the two Juventus fans in here, as soon as the word scandal got brought up, your head's almost popped.
Okay, scandal.
Like your team hasn't been involved in multiple scandals in the past 20 or so years.
You weren't. So you weren't involved in the scandal, though.
Hey, did we go to Serie B? In 82, but in 2006,
wait. But you just said that Milan were not involved in the scandal.
Well, wait, but who won the Champions League in that season though? Not Juve. What did Juve win? Serie B next year?
Bro, you were probably in your diapers, bro, when that happened too, man.
Inter is the only club out of the 3 that has never been relegated, right?
Inter.
No, Inter is the only one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Never. So it's been Milan, Juventus, Napoli as well. But ours wasn't for cheating. It was because we got broke.
Bankruptcy.
We just got bankrupt. So it's not because we cheated, but that's something that Inter fans need to like flex a little bit more. You guys never got relegated.
Listen, Inter Twitter is pretty brutal. They're doing a lot of. They always go at whatever. My style, it's just not my style. I'm not a good I don't know, a hate watcher. Like for me, it is what it is. I care about my team. I love Calcio. Like I know what's going on with you guys, but I'm just not good at the, the rage bait. It's not my thing.
Yeah. It's not your style. I get it. I understand.
But we have plenty that it is their style, so it goes back and forth.
Oh, bro, yeah. A couple of them are my mutuals, and those guys are brutal, bro. They're brutal.
Wait, Dom, wait. What does he mean about Gio? Can we remind Dom of the COVID times when they were
basically like Juventus walked into the field, and the Napoli players didn't want to play.
Players didn't want to play.
There was a lot of players that had COVID, I think. Yeah. And instead of
it was because of COVID restrictions. It was because of COVID restrictions, and Juventus being such a big club, they flexed that win like if it was something important instead of you guys just not playing it, but you guys needed every point you could get. So
you had Ronaldo warming up out there like he was ready to do something, and then the Napoli players just
never showed up.
I don't hate Juventus fans, but I despise you guys' club, bro. You guys like that club is like everything that my mom told me not to be in life. She told me, don't be a cheater, don't rob, don't lie, don't steal. The 10 Commandments. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys don't follow any of that. Corrupt club. Corrupt club.
God, bro.
I love you guys though. You guys are cool. I just don't like your club.
I love how he says it so positively, man.
I do. I got a lot of Juventus fans that are friends of mine, but I'll never wear Juventus jersey.
Juventus jersey. Okay, says Anthony says I want to hear from everyone. They believe their club's objectives are for next year, and what they as a fan would be happy with.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
6th place.
Yeah.
There, I'm done.
All right, Nick, go first. What you got, Nick?
6th place.
How about the Europa? You guys made it to the Europa?
No, because Bologna won the cup. Bologna won the Coppa Italia, so they jumped us.
So you guys got one comp this year, next year. So 6th place. That's what you're saying?
6th place. I'd be real.
All right. What does the Milan fan have in the room?
Like what their objectives are next year?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on who they sign. I mean, I would like to see top 4 at least. See what happened. Why are you making that face, Gio?
Nah. You got Mr. Moose.
Yeah, Mr. Moose.
I said for you, bro, top 2. You know what I mean?
I don't know about top 2. I don't know.
It's gonna happen, bro. I think it's gonna happen.
If I was a Milan fan and I had Allegri playing once a week, I would definitely say top 4 and maybe a Scudetto push.
I definitely see top 4. Definitely. I just.
Why are you laughing?
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
No, with all due respect, I see Juventus in 6th. So.
All right, fighting with Lazio just like they did this year.
I see Juventus. If you guys are keeping Tudor, I'm sorry. I don't see you guys.
Listen, you got beaten by
you guys to top 4.
You got
calm down, Juventina.
Wait. Here's the thing. We didn't even get to see my top 4 predictions because we skipped me before.
Because you're the flipper in the room. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah. I don't see Juve in top 4. I'm sorry, bro.
That's crazy.
Cool. That's great.
So what do you got, D? What do you got?
Honestly, just keep our head above water and get top 4. Like I'm not here to win. I just want to be top 4 again next year. Like please. Like I'm a
top
simple
4?
girl. Please.
Yeah,
okay.
Top 4.
Okay. That's
I'm not asking for a lot.
Top 4.
Top 4.
That's their new love, Dom. I've been trying to tell these guys for a year now. That's their new level. That's fine.
It's fine. I mean, we can always be winning.
At least we're qualifying for Champions League.
We won. We're happy. Let's just, we'll let you guys win.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we won for a decade. At least we got to share the
I don't want to win. It's boring. Like you win. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like when who wins?
You.
Oh, except
like Napoli.
Sorry, Alex. I can't have.
Man, that was probably one of the most like exciting Scudetto races with Inter that I've seen. Name me another. It went down to the wire.
Yeah.
Now, like 2 years ago, I'll give you that. We won it like in March. So, I mean, but for us, it wasn't boring. It was amazing. But yeah, I would understand that. But yeah, I mean, that Scudetto race by 1 point to the last day. I know Alex wasn't sleeping the night before. I know that.
It's been a rough month for me, man. It's been a rough month.
What's your objectives?
Oh man, it's tough because in terms of the squad, like how do you not say that you're competing for titles? Yep. It is a transitionary period, but I will say, compete for the title, not just top four, like be in and around the title race. Bring home a trophy, whether it is Serie A or the Coppa Italia, and just get past the group stage in the Champions League. I think that sets you up for either, if Kivu is the guy, or at least you're still afloat to punt the manager search to next year and start a new cycle.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Could you pull that comment from Wando back up? Because I want to make sure I read it correctly.
Yeah, no. Even I was looking at him like, I'm not sure, Wando.
Hold on. Wait. Hold up.
Is this guy serious?
Wait, I actually don't agree. I mean, I don't know him.
Wando, brother, listen.
Bro, what?
I don't know if you're being sarcastic or anything.
The best coach in who's top? Dude, Como in top 4 was a better comment than this. What the fuck? What? Best coach in the where?
Even I can say that's a little delusional.
Listen.
Bro, wasn't this guy unemployed for 3 years?
Even D said you're delusional, bro. You're delusional.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Wando, bro. Listen,
I think he's rage baiting.
Big up to you, my friend. Big up. Listen, I respect you,
Wando,
bro. But
if that's your game, bro, if you just threw that comment out there to banter, respect. I want to be your friend.
I wonder who's his top.
It's okay. He's allowed to have that opinion. That's everyone's allowed to have their opinion.
Yeah. Sometimes it shouldn't be allowed. I'm just saying.
Okay. No,
yeah.
Juventus.
Wando.
Hey, kick him out. Kick him out.
Wow.
Kick him out.
I'm actually surprised. Juric over Gasparini in the top 5.
Wow, bro.
Right.
Okay,
Wait,
Wando,
he's saying he said.
Hey, bring that up again.
The same comment?
Yeah.
So he doesn't have Allegri even there.
No,
as soon as he said Conte, he lost.
Oh, you see, speaking about the current table of teams.
What do you mean? As soon as he said Conte, he lost you.
Conte won't get top 5.
Conte is number 1 in the top 5.
But he's saying they won't.
Oh, maybe
he also put.
I thought he was saying that he won't be one of the top 5 teams. That's what I thought.
I
was like, yo, he lost me, man.
Like he's gone. Yeah. Like it's beyond guys. Just
big up to my guy Liam for the raid, my friend. My guy, the Bayern viewer.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, bro.
What's up, man? Good seeing you. I was gonna say, so my prediction, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of brave here, and it takes a lot for me as a Napoli fan, but I'm gonna say I want the Scudetto again.
Oh yeah, what the fuck else?
I want to repeat. I want to make the quarterfinals in the Champions League, at least the quarterfinals, and I want the Coppa Italia.
There you go. Shoot for the stars, bro.
Scudetto will definitely happen, and Scudetto's definitely gonna happen.
Now, hold on. Do we get the players in the transfer window to make that happen?
Where's KDB? Wait, what's happening with KDB? I'm not saying for Banter. What's happening with KDB?
So after Belgium, they made a decision that they'll do his medicals after his commitments with Belgium. So as soon as he comes back, they do the medicals, and also there's something about image rights. There's an issue that they got to brush over with image rights, but he's pretty much locked in. He's pretty much locked in.
If it's the medicals, that's smart to do it after Belgium.
Yeah,
the guy has had his
he's got to feel so good now that Modric signed. He's not the oldest player in the league coming in. That's fucking huge.
I mean, damn. But the thing is, I mean, Dom, are you going to be concerned with KDB's injury record, or do you think he could stay healthy?
If we get, I mean, I'm pretty sure Conte and Mana's plan is for KDB to share minutes with someone that is an impactful starter off the bat. So, like I said, I need to see who we're gonna get, but I'm pretty sure that Conte is not banking on KDB to be playing 70 minutes a game. You know what I mean? So
Dom, the way that I would do it is I would pick a competition that's KDB's competition. So let's say that it's the Champions League. So he's the starting midfielder for the Champions League. And this Inzaghi did something like this last year too. But let's say he's the starting midfielder for the Champions League, and then he's your guy off the bench that can come in and have a 30 minutes impactful if you need him in Serie A. With a guy that has his injury history and also at his age, he can't be penciled in 3 competitions, every 3 days. It's not the way to do it with him.
No, definitely not. No, I don't see that happening. I really don't. I'm really shocked with the KDB signing, to tell you the truth. Like I'm very shocked with this. I didn't know that this was going to even be a possibility. And supposedly they've been trying to work this out 3 months ago. So it's something that the club really wanted. Let's see how it works out. I mean, I'm still shocked about it. I'm glad he's here.
Conte has a history of dropping back some of the older creative midfielders to play in front of the defense and start, kickstart play back there. So that could be, something we see from KDB. Like, instead of having to be the first midfielder in the line, initiating the press, drop him back. Lobotka also has his own injuries to worry about. So maybe that's, a bit of a hybrid role, at least.
I think we're going to go with a 3-5-2. I think we're going to go with a 3-5-2, and we're going to have Lobotka, Billy, 2 attacking midfielders, and KDB. So just to mix things in, you know what I'm saying? You have 2 creatives, you have the 2 attacking, and then you have KDB just like floating around doing his little thing. And because he's not going to be, he's coming in for Zambo's spot, and he's not Zambo. He's not Anguissa. He doesn't fit that profile at all. So that tells me that the players around him, all their job descriptions are going to change, like the formation, whoever we're going to get. And I think we get Fratesi. I think that's why they're pushing for Fratesi too, because that'll be a good little combination that they would have.
Would fit that team perfectly.
Dom.
Yeah, if it ends up happening, we have to make it hurt for you though. It's got to be 45. Something. I mean, it's the truth. You're gonna do it in Serie A. It's gotta hurt, especially 2 Conte, 2 ADL. That's just how it is.
And the guy scored a semi CL final goal. Like, the guy is clutch. So I wouldn't mind spending. I wouldn't mind, because I know Conte is gonna use Fratesi way better than Inzaghi ever used Fratesi. So I know we're gonna get the value out of him. I really trust in the signing. If Conte wants him, I believe in. I hope it just works out.
I understand.
Now, Dom, the thing is with I just realized with Lobotka's injury record too. If you lose Lobotka, man, you guys better have at least a replacement for him. You think?
Lobotka doesn't have an injury record. He just got injured this season. He doesn't have he's not injury prone. He's not injury prone. He just, you sprain an ankle and you rush the guy back, and the medicals are telling you, hey, listen, this at least takes 10 days to fully heal, and you bring him back day 7. Of course he's going to be injury prone if you do that, but I think he'll be all right when August comes around, and I hope he stays, man. I really do.
We do have a question. We do have a question in the chat. Why did Napoli stop pursuing on Jonathan David all of a sudden? He doesn't fit the tactical plan, but it did before.
Because Conte put a hold on that move. Napoli are ready to go, and for some reason Conte's not. He doesn't find him attractive.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, because that's why Juve is now in the lead all of a sudden, which is questionable. Even listen, I mean, I would take David. I would, I think he's quick. Not a lot of, and I spoke to a couple of people as well, that are, in the French league as content creators, and they say he's a good player to pick up.
I didn't know he was 5'9".
Yeah, no, he's 5'9".
I had no idea that guy was short.
Wait, Dom, I have a question.
He's built though.
No, but he's built.
Yeah,
he's built.
But I thought he was like, I don't know. I would see him on the screen. I would just think that he was.
It doesn't look like it. He
right?
doesn't play like it. Yeah.
No, not at all. I think he's a good striker, though.
Yeah, Francesco, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was saying, Tom, I have a question. Like going back to Lobotka, because that release clause valuation is crazy. How much do you feel Lobotka's worth? Because he's got to be worth way more than 25 million, man.
Man, Lobotka, at least you got to consider his age. I would say Lobotka is at least worth 40 million.
Yeah, like 25 million. That's crazy.
I would say more, but the guy is 30.
He's 30.
So, yeah, so
it's tough.
But
I mean, it's not super old. 30's like, yeah, no, like it's not super old.
No, it's not super old.
If you're gonna get Jokers, you better go quick because of United. United's on him now, and he wants United. Supposedly with Jokers. Jokers actually wants to consider the United move. So if Napoli's gonna get him, they better act fast with that. So I don't know.
So like to touch on that real quick, ADL did his little press conference meeting, and he said something that I always forget when it comes to the transfer windows. He said, "Listen, we don't." In his own words, he said this. I'm not quoting him, but he basically said, because they asked him, "Hey, who are you guys trying to sign? Like, who are you guys trying to bring?" He said, "We're not going to talk about that because it's bad luck. We're not going to talk about our targets, who we're trying to get, or anything like that." And it's something that ADL's always done. He'll surprise you with a signing that like you didn't expect. You know what I mean? So all these rumors, that this is the top guy we wanting, or this guy. It's all, at the end of the day, it all could be BS. Because Napoli like to keep their signings very low key. They like to keep it very tight niche. And that's something that they learned from Juventus back in the 2010s, because every time they would go for somebody, Juventus would swap in and ruin the deal.
And there deals with that now.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody they're linked to. But that is what you have to do. It's like it's suicidal these days to get into a bidding war.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's why Napoli keep it very tight. They don't say much. They don't talk to the press about it. You'll hear rumors, names floating around, but they always have their plan, and they don't like giving it up. So yeah.
I just answered this Arsenal guy's question. Arsenal's still interested in Gyökeres? No, because Arsenal's pushing for Sesko now. I said that.
I got a question for D. How did you become a Juventus fan?
Oh my God, I hate this question. So like, I guess about a year ago, honestly, it was an accident, and their marketing works because they just kept coming up on my Explore feed, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I was just watching clips, and I love Zidane, so I was like, wait. I did a bunch of research. Actually, I did weeks of research on the club, and then I just decided one day I'm just gonna ride or die for Juve.
And you became a fan. You became a fan when?
Last summer, I guess, like towards the end of the last season.
I respect that.
It was not a good time.
Respect.
I respect that because you didn't join when they were winning jewelry. You actually joined when they were like not winning anything. And I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, I've always been like a passive viewer, like just watch for fun, and so I decided to support. And no, it was not a good time, but I'm happy.
Gio over there giving me the eyeballs because he thinks I'm talking about him and everything. I'm not talking about you and everything, Gio. I'm just saying she joined your crew when you guys were like not doing anything. So that's respect. I gotta respect it.
I think just for the history. I mean, the history is great, but it was not why. I was a victim of their marketing. So
even Reno applauds. My guy Reno. This guy, Liam, bro. Liam.
Is there any more questions?
Any more questions? I believe I did see something up. What was it? My guy from Zier. What's the expectation for Napoli next season? I think you covered that though.
Yeah, Scudetto repeat, quarterfinals in the Champions League, and I want to push for the Copa. I would like to win the Copa and the Scudetto. I got high expectations for this team. I really do. Because if Conte could pull off what he pulled off this year, you give him all the players he needs, we're going to be doing a lot of noise this season. I'm just going to say.
Most future Italian club picks up. Yeah, well, it depends, man. I mean, For me, I became really a Juve fan during actually when Inter won the 2010. My dad. That's when I became a Juve fan.
Nice.
I said this on my channel way before, so you guys know. But
Nice.
big up to you, Marco. Big up to you, sis. Big up, bro. Gio, bro, you the GOAT. Thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I did want to say one thing about Conte. So Alex, like Conte got scrutinized for basically not doing well in the Champions League for you guys, but won you guys the Scudetto, and he got criticism for that. I don't see that happening in our fan base. I mean, I think the fans really want another Scudetto, but not saying that we're not going to take the Champions League seriously. But like, let's say Conte, it doesn't work out in the Champions League, round of 16, we bounce out, and then he wins the Scudetto. I don't think any fan would be scrutinizing him for that. I think it would be
winning titles solves everything.
Yeah.
It's even if the Champions League campaign goes well, like who's going to say anything? Especially Napoli. It's like, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the club, but we're not talking about 2 stars. You're still working on, coming up. So a 5th title, like I get the appeal of focusing on the league as opposed to Europe right now, because it makes sense for the club. It makes sense for the club.
Yeah. But if he crashes out in group stages, right, or early on, he's gonna get, the club also wants to make money in the Champions League, so he would get.
You have to. Everyone has to set it, and also Serie A as a league. We gotta show up a little bit better in these European competitions.
But I'll tell you what, brother. Let's just say Conte does something special in the CL with Napoli. He'll go down as one of the greatest managers in the history of football.
I think he's there. I know there. The Champions League to cement the legacy, but he's definitely you can't deny his greatness. I mean, as he's a winner, he's a winner.
But it's the fact also, if he does it with Napoli, you know what I mean? Would give them their first CL title. I mean, forget, bro. People. It's gonna go crazy. Like people are just gonna
Southern coach, Southern club. I mean, it would be very historic. Very historic.
Yeah.
We do have a couple questions as well. More questions came up. Where was it here? Yes, right here. Or because I have a question to Dom. What are you going to do if you don't fulfill your promises of the Scudetto, Copa, and quarters minimum?
What promises did I make? I made a take.
You made a take.
I didn't promise anything. Those are my expectations.
I hope this happens, Marco. I actually do want to do more videos with Liam in terms of our clubs. I mean, we do videos all the time because I'm on his shows, but yeah, that would be a cool experience.
Oh, so I see RB talking a lot of smack up in here, huh?
Yeah, RB, look at this. Bro thinks Napoli gonna win the UCL. I thought you made.
Hey, I'm just saying,
it's a dream.
If it was to happen, it would be amazing. I'm not saying that Napoli are favorites to win the CL. Don't get my words twisted there, brother. How about you go make another comp? Go to bed.
Dom, this one right here. Dom, have you been shameless again today?
Always, brother. Always. Yeah, I got to put these Juventini in their place every day.
We never left our place.
Never left our place. I mean,
I'm here. I mean,
that's true. You guys have dropped.
Yeah.
You guys have dropped a couple of spots, actually.
Keep it up, Liam, bro. You're starting to get there, bro.
Juventini.
Any more questions? Questions. Actual questions, guys, in the chat. Or anybody on the panel. If anybody on the panel, Alex, anybody, any questions?
I'm good, brother. Not a lot of questions for the Interisti in the chat. All right. Let's see
guys, let's go for the new panel members. Any questions?
No. I'm kidding.
Hey, let's get a question in for D, because the girls barely spoken up in here.
It was about my favorite players, other than Zidane. That's hard. A lot of my players don't even play for. A lot of my favorite players don't even play for Juve. I guess from this current team, I really like Locatelli. I don't know why he gets so much hate.
Well, no, I mean,
opinions.
Did you say Locatelli?
Yes, I said Locatelli.
Why Locatelli gets hate? He gets hate because he's gassed up to a level that a lot of people just don't think that he's at. That's why he gets all the hate.
Oh. Okay.
He's overrated, overhyped, and he's annoying. He's annoying.
How is he annoying?
I just don't like his face.
All I'm gonna say is there's a reason why Milan got rid of him. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's Eduardo. I like that. Where do we see Luca, Lorenzo Luca going? Because surprising, nobody has actually picked him up from Udinese. But I'm not sure.
I could see him go to Juventus. Yeah. I could see him go to Juventus.
I heard about him coming to Juve, but I don't think it's that concrete at the moment because we're now going for Jonathan David as a season.
But with Luca.
Oh, Kirby's in the house, Alex.
Yeah.
Where's Kirby?
Kirby, the Inter fan.
Right. Yeah, the only way he would go down as a legend is to win it. Inzaghi's a coward and an objection of failure. He was once good at the loss away from being a Mickey Mouse manager.
Oh, actually, wait, Alex, Kirby. I have a question for you. So, in the game against Lazio, of course, the handball penalty that happened in the very last minute. But when you saw Arnautovic scuff that shot, I'm just curious. What did you do, man? How were you feeling about that?
I mean, I was actually like an Arnautovic supporter for when he first came to the team. I liked the idea that you had a guy that last time I was at the club, they won the treble when he was a kid. And I really wanted the idea of like the full circle moment to come along, but he let us down not only against Lazio, against Atletico Madrid, plenty of occasions where he just misses sitters. And the thing about that specific action, anybody that's played football, like there's no reason for a windup. Zero. You can side foot that thing in the back of the net with nothing. But the fact that he's like trying to volley it at full speed when he's by himself, it just shows who Arnautovic is. So
just keep the shot simple. I agree. Shot simple.
Hey, did you see the prediction that Kirby made in this chat, bro?
Well,
he says you guys are winning the Scudetto, bro.
Yeah, bookmark me. Right, okay, Kirby, listen. I at the end of the Scudetto, listen. If you do not win the Scudetto, man, you better show up in the chat, man. Okay, because you're gonna get cooked.
Kirby.
You understand, Kirby? Listen, on this show is Tutto Calcio. You better show up, man. Otherwise, you're gonna get cooked, or otherwise, you're gonna be the one that's gonna be the coward. All right, bro?
So, don't be like Reno that doesn't show up.
Oh my god! Oh shoot! Look, he actually said this.
And speaking of the devil.
Oh shoot!
Oh no!
Oh man! Look at this RB Combs being shameless once again. This guy is just going insane about Inter, bro. Like RB Combs, calm down. Listen, calm down now. Reno on his way to log on. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know yet. I mean, Reno. Listen, man, you gotta come on the next show on Tuesday, bro. Okay? I'm inviting you from the next show, Tuesday. I never hide. Count me in.
You better not hide because I'm in a group chat with you, Kirby, and if I'm gonna remind you every day, brother.
I'm telling you, man, don't hide. Don't hide. But I believe that I did see another question. What's the best pizza?
Oh, let's ask the West Coast girl. She tweeted the other day.
Okay, chill.
She tweeted the other day, bro, that pineapple should be on pizza, bro.
I will defend pineapple pizza.
No, porco dio, perché no, man, no.
She's from LA though, bro. She's from LA. Chill on her. I get it, bro.
So I'm allowed to like pineapple pizza. I get a pass.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What's your favorite pizza? You guys have to answer too.
Yeah, for the whole
Pepperoni.
panel. Why not? Pepperoni.
Well, come on. You guys already know what my favorite pizza is. My favorite pizza is from Napoli, bro. Come on, man. Best pizza in the world.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Margherita.
Margherita, yeah.
The Diavola.
Diavola is actually good too. I'm gonna go. Listen. As much as I don't like the team of Napoli, I do love and I admire the fans in the city. So I have to say, the Napoli pizza is man.
It's the best.
My favorite is Margherita, man. I love
Margherita, man. Yeah, Margherita. Forget about it, bro.
Especially from a brick oven. Oof.
Margherita. Yeah, Anthony even says it here. Margherita. Don't ever mention that, please, bro. Pineapple. Oh man,
it's amazing.
Why? It is amazing.
D over there when I lived in San Diego. These guys don't know about it. But D over in San Diego, over in the West Coast, it's a real like famous thing to put fire hot Cheetos on your pizza, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, you don't know about that? Fire hot Cheetos on pizza, bro.
Dom, did you try that?
No, you crazy, bro.
Yeah, no way.
The pizza here is really bad, I have to say.
That'll be like me going against. That'll be like me going against God, bro. I don't put ranch on my pizza, pineapple. I don't do none of that stuff, bro. That's.
Actually, Gio, I have a question for Liam, because I know Liam's watching.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Liam, how do you feel about Bayern going after Leao?
Why would you say that? If you were on his show, he would kick you out of the show. I'm telling you right now.
That's the whole point. I can't wait to see this response.
Yeah, guys, 5 more minutes and then we are ending the show.
Yeah,
so
we'll talk in the green room.
Yeah, we'll talk in the green room as well. Yeah, so guys, make sure to put in your last and final questions in the chat before we do end up wrapping up, because I know.
Oh, here we go.
Oh shoot. Oh man, pizza in the US is so Marco, bro. What do you mean, bro? Domino's. Come on, man. Pizza in the US.
Hey, have any real talk? Have any of you guys? When was the last time you guys have had fast food pizza like Domino's, Little Caesars, Papa John's? When was the last time you guys have had that?
I can't remember.
Me either, man.
I can't remember.
I think I was like seriously 15 the last time I had that, bro.
Yeah, I had to be in college, like ordering Domino's or something. But it's been a while.
Listen, I got
drunk, right? Like drunk and blacked out that you just eat anything.
listen. I got my dad that's making fresh pizzas. We actually have an oven back in New York. He makes fresh pizzas and stuff like that, Neapolitan style, by the way, Dom. So.
Yo, when you head back to New York, we gotta link up, bro.
We gotta link up. Oh yeah, no, for sure, bro. Let me know where.
And we'll bring Francesco along. We gotta go hit up. We gotta go hit up. What's the name of that store? Bed and Beyond.
Well,
Bath and Beyond.
Beyond.
He knows why we gotta hit that up. We're gonna go shopping for you, bro.
My guy Jeff.
What's that, D?
I thought they closed down. They went bankrupt.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they don't have them anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wait, hold on. Gio, I think I got to ask Liam again. I think he didn't hear it.
Go ahead.
So, Liam. Oh, I was on the phone. Okay, Liam, how do you feel about your team going after Leao?
He wants me to bring. Oh, he wants me. He wants to come on.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Oh, Liam.
Hey, to answer Marco's question, my personal opinion, I think PSG are going to go deep into the Champions League again next year. I think they got the squad, they got the youth, and I think Barcelona and maybe not I don't know. I think maybe I would give it a Barcelona and PSG making it deep into the yeah. PSG, they're so young, dude, and they spent so much money. And they're on this high run now, and I see Alex over there. He's depressed just hearing me talk about PSG.
I tweeted in September last year that they were going to do this. I tweeted in September that I
It's
thought that
crazy
because it's that midfield Vitinha, Joao Neves, like people didn't know, but
Absolute fraud, bro. This guy.
This guy
You-
just made
you-
me. Go on.
You called it before they signed Guevara, huh?
yeah.
Wow.
Well, at the time it was Barcola and Doué that were getting it, so it wasn't, they still had it. They still had it.
Hey, Liam, how you doing, man? You all right?
Bro, you just made me get out of bed for this, bro.
Yo, what's up, man? How's it going, bro?
That's
Good
not
seeing you,
bad.
man. Good seeing
Oh
you.
man, nah, this is funny stuff, bro. So wait, repeat that question again, Francesco.
How
so
do
we
you
can
feel
cook you for a
about
second.
Bayern in talks with Milan for Leao?
Yeah, we're going as trophyless as you, bro.
Nah, bro.
To be honest,
Nah, man.
Leao is crap, bro. Especially with the money that you're quoted to be asking for. I could fill a whole team for that.
I know, man. It's just I feel like as soon as he signed that new contract a few years ago, he's gotten so freaking lazy, man.
Enrique,
Tell me about it. How do you think I feel?
So lazy. I mean, listen, you're doing us a favor getting him. You get him, that's a saving grace.
Dom, I need you to, ring some people, bro.
Listen, bro. Listen, I'll tell you something about Leao, bro. His worst enemy is his own mind. If he could just lock in and stop being, I don't know what's going on with him. He doesn't put in 100%. If he puts in 100% on that field, if he could get a manager that could kick him in the ass, that guy will become world class. I'm telling you right, because the talent's there.
Oh, yeah, the talent's
That's
there.
the drawback of being so talented, where you feel like you can put in half a shift and you're still going to get yours.
You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit. I know this is not even, you can't even compare these two players, but in some form of scenario, it reminds me of. Remember when Neymar went to PSG? He left Barcelona.
Yep.
And how Neymar slowly, of course, injuries was also a factor, but how he slowly just stopped putting in effort season by season. It's kind of what Leao reminds me of a little bit. As soon as he got that big money contract with Milan, with that massive release clause, I don't know, man. It's just it's really sad to see. I know he's got so much talent, but it's
the difference is that he is young enough to learn the lesson, but it remains to be seen whether or not that's actually going to happen.
I think he needs a manager I think he needs, could you imagine him under a Conte, for example? You know what I mean? Someone that's known to give you that spark. I think that's what he needs, because who's he had? He had Pioli, Fonseca,
Conceição.
Fonseca talked behind his back a lot, though. How true that is, I don't know, but maybe that could just be Leao saying Fonseca talks behind my back, because Leao says a lot of things. This is another thing that pisses me off about him. He's always on social media, saying these things, he hates the criticism, but bro, look at the effort you put on the field. How can you not get criticized?
At the same time, though, if anyone's going to kick him up the ass, surely it's going to be your ultras, no?
Yeah, we've tried.
That's
true. You think Vincent Company's going to be able to do
We've tried. It doesn't work.
Company's just going to pet his ego.
And don't even get me started with Ballerina Hernandez, man. Don't even get me started with him.
And the crazy thing was we were actually linked with that freaking guy.
Yo, you want to know what's
near my damn club?
Just to briefly talk about Teo, you want to know what's crazy? So apparently he was linked with Al Hilal.
Yeah.
And apparently because Teo didn't want to renew because Milan offered him a little bit less than his current contract right now. And he was asking for 8 million euros a year, which is you're going to be the highest paid player. But what did you do this year to deserve 8 million euros a season? So Al Hilal offered him 15 mil a season, so almost double what he wanted. And now he's asking for 20 mil. I'm bro, come on, man.
Bro, absolutely.
The thing is, it's Judas in his family, though, because Lucas is exactly the same.
It's crazy, man.
Now, I do want to get here question for the whole panel. which is the best transfer so far confirmed in this transfer window?
Like for our club or like
for
our club or like
I think he means for anybody. I think for anybody at this point.
Like around world
in Serie
football.
Yeah, around world football. Yeah, I think around world football.
Me personally, I think it's Cherky going to City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I don't like.
Really
I don't like him under Pep because I think Pep kills players' creativity a little bit. But he is and that fee too is a joke. It's a joke.
Did you see the goal he scored? You see the goal that he scored today?
The whole his whole game was incredible, incredible.
Insane.
And not because he was just left my club. I think Reinders to City is also going to be.
That's scary.
Oh my god, a midfield of Reinders,
Rodri.
Yo, oh my god, Erling Haaland is gonna have a field day.
And then Cherokee too.
I gotta give it about this about this controversial take about Leao being the Portuguese Chiesa. You know, I hate to say it, but Chiesa always gave 100% on the field. Always.
Yeah, that's
he outworked his talent.
Chiesa always
gotta give it to him.
Forward, always wants to go forward. He wants to attack that goal.
But Leao to me is more talented than Chiesa. Even Chiesa from the Euros, when he was on his game, you give me a 100% Leao, and I'm taking a 100% Leao over 100% Chiesa. But the thing with Leao is that he doesn't give you 100%. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I agree.
Bro, Leao reminds me of Sane. He's more talented than Sane, but he reminds me of Sane in the fact that he's just so lazy. Like
Leao is so good, man. If you want to see the best of Leao, look at the games when he played against Napoli, bro. That guy showed up against Napoli, bro. 100%.
Before he got that contract, just in general, he was, my God, especially during the Scudetto season, he was unbelievable, man. And that
guy, every single game, he was scoring for you guys. Though he was entitled to.
I'm just like, what happened to this Leao, man?
Yep.
Sounds like Rashford, bro.
Big up to another Interista in the room, by the way. My guy Pasquale. I says, hi guys, Inter, Juve, Roma,
Pasquale.
and maybe Atalanta will compete for 4th spot for the Champions League next year. I say this to you guys today, June 3rd, 2025.
Atalanta in there, huh? Okay.
And he says Juve 2nd, Pasquale.
Isn't it June 5th?
Or it's all, yeah, well, June 5th, I think, well, that's why I was like.
I mean, man, you know, can you blame the guy? He doesn't even know what date it is after PSG. You know what I mean? The guy don't even know what day it is. Let's give him a break.
Let's give him a break. He's still recovering, man. He's still recovering.
Wow, shots fired.
That's it, man.
He's still blacked out. He's still blacked out drunk. He doesn't know what day it is yet. Let him be. Let him be.
Look at this. Shout out to Dom, your Napoli, Milan, and Lazio top 3. Okay.
Is that his prediction?
I'm guessing.
Okay. Damn, Lazio top 3?
Lazio.
Oh, actually.
Wow.
Actually, Alex.
What's up?
How do you feel about Mkhitaryan?
I hope he retires.
Man says the same
being honest
thing, man.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, it's like, not only is he so diminished as a player now, you're at the point where it's like, oh, he's a shift kind of player. Like he just puts it, he eats minutes and he puts in a shift. And, you know, I'm sure his kilometer stats at the end of every game look great, but it's ready to move on.
Like, I'm surprised.
Especially with Inzaghi not around. It's like, all right, it's time.
I mean, I'm surprised that Fratesi, you know, a player like him on the bench.
Yo, Paco, right? Is Pasquale, right?
Yep.
Yo, man, let me know when you're gonna do your when you're gonna open up your channel again, so we could run a show together, bro. Mm-hmm. I know you're going through recovery mode because of PSG, so I know it's gonna be a minute, but we'll get you back up there.
Basically, Dom just wants to rip it into you even more.
Yeah. There you go. All right, this is the last question for the night because I know everybody has to go. So, and including myself, I do have to go as well. So, the question is, which top 5 league is the most overrated?
The Premier League.
Overrated.
Prem.
Yeah,
Obviously.
definitely the Prem.
Prem is
Definitely
overrated,
the Prem.
bro.
How about the most underrated?
Underrated. Why not?
Serie A.
Serie A.
Yeah.
Of course.
Serie A.
Listen, I
Serie A, man.
understand Serie A doesn't have the same checkbooks, and the money backing as of these Premier League teams and these other teams,
But
but
they have
But
the
it's
best
exciting.
coaches.
they have the
They
best
have the
coaches.
best
and,
coaching.
it's been one of the most competitive in the last 5 or 6 seasons. Like, you got to put a little bit of respect on Italy, man. Come on.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, I think that is a wrap, guys, for this episode, for episode 7 of the Tutto Calcio series. And thank you to Alex and D. Thank you so much for joining on the show today. You guys are always welcome to come back whenever you guys want to. You guys are always welcomed. So, of course, everybody in the chat, smash that like button. And also, Alex, shout out your channel since you are a content creator. Go right ahead.
It's the Interviews pod at interviews_P0D on Twitter. You can find our link tree there on every podcast platform. Sometimes throw the episode up on YouTube, and we cover every single match.
And D, where can they find you on Twitter?
I'm just on Twitter at BBZizu.
Okay, there you go.
If you don't have a thick skin, don't follow this woman because she's brutal.
Or respond, really.
Don't sleep on that little innocent face because she's ruthless. I'm telling you guys, she's ruthless.
What? Flying.
Yeah, guys. So smash the likes. Of course, go follow their channels and Twitter accounts as well. Go follow them all. And Dom, you guys want to shout anything out? Dom, for you, where can they find you? I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, at Dom Apuzzo, basically it. And if you do follow me, you need to send me a DM saying congrats to Napoli for winning the Scudetto and owning the league.
Shameless. Oh man, shameless man, bro. But yeah, big up to everybody, of course, and we shall see you on episode 8 next Tuesday. So see you guys soon. Ciao ragazzi. Ciao everybody.
This is a Russ production.